Good morning. I'm live here at the Four Seasons Hotel in Las Vegas, and I'm the artist in residence for this weekend. And this blue mural behind me will be on display from now until the end of May. I'm currently just finishing up some gold leaf embellishment, and so I thought that you might want to see some of that process. So you are welcome to just watch as I finish adhering some of the gold leaf to the wall. Hi.
So I did, so we have a furniture package with our, the logo we're getting.
Oh, fun.
So I went back to see if it listed some of the art sizes. So I think there was, what would this be?
You know what? What I would recommend you do. Are you able to be there in the next while?
I don't know. I don't have a planned trip there, but
Okay. Because what really is if you take blue tape
okay,
and just put it on the wall
okay,
in the place where you're
Okay.
thinking of having it.
okay.
I do custom sizes. So
Okay, perfect.
even though those
Okay.
sizes are suggested, I can totally do custom
Okay.
size to what fits perfectly.
Okay,
And so the blue tape allows you to see
Yes.
scale.
okay,
And it lets you understand, oh, okay, that is the size that would work perfectly in that space. And so that's what I would recommend if you can, or if you have like a designer or someone going there to like do it for
Right.
you. kind
yeah.
of
Well,
thing.
and with the package, they have art all around it for like.
Oh, perfect. So maybe you know
So,
the size.
right,
Yeah.
so we have two spots for yours in the entry, okay, so big. Like maybe like the size of those 4 panels together.
Awesome.
Or
Yeah.
they have above, the fireplace, 2 smalls.
Oh,
Have you ever done something like that?
Yes,
Okay.
I have. Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That's
All right, so
awesome.
Scott and I will be in
Fantastic.
touch.
Are you guys heading out today?
I'm leaving, he has to stay 4 more days.
Okay. All
He's
right.
working.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, poor
All right, yeah, I know, well, it is,
Yeah,
it's not many
rough
days.
life at the Four Seasons.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Hi, I was just curious what you're actually painting.
I'm actually finishing it. I'm embellishing it with gold leaf.
Wow.
But
And
you
so-
painted this.
This actually is a digitally printed mural. So, but yes, all of these were at one time original paintings. So, and this is prints of my work as well. So typically I work in large because my work definitely has a thing with scale.
Right.
Because I'm doing like a modern pointillism, it's one of those things where it's like, that's why having it in this hallway is so awesome, because from a distance you're like, oh, it's flowers. And then you come up close and you're like, wait a minute, it's circles.
Yeah.
So, right, like it's kind of this fun push and pull that I play with in my work.
So if we need to fill a space, so we can order like something.
I do custom commissions is my specialty. That's
Okay.
that's solely kind of my entire business. So yeah.
Wow.
And you can see there's a bunch of different things that through my style, a bunch of different series that I've that have evolved over the last 21 years. I've been doing this for 21 years now. But there's the light series, which is like chandeliers. And so there's a thing here that you can see, like there's different kinds. And these all once were large paintings because I also sell small prints, but because it's the only way you can kind of purchase small of my work.
Yeah.
But like they're again, the chandeliers are very much like it's a sort of borders between the real and the imagined. You know they're chandeliers, they are representational, but at the same time you're like, oh, that's like no chandelier I've seen before.
Yeah.
And then there's the series that's Breakthrough, which is purely abstraction. It's simply playing with a fun color palette in circles, and I just layer them and kind of keep layering them as I go. And then there's the Blue series, which is what the Four Seasons wanted for their spring artist in residence series. But it's basically flowers, and that began. This series started in COVID when we were also sad and depressed. And I was out walking one day and I was like, oh, but the flowers are blooming. And so I was like, I have to paint this. So, and that's when that started. But the actual series that put my name on the map was the Mercyscape series. And this is the concept of like,
what is it called?
Mercyscape. So it's like a landscape, but it's like the idea of mercy. Mercy is like light. And so it's the idea of it breaking through trees or glistening on water. Yeah, like that's that whole concept. And so they're really calming, really soothing. Like this is like moonlight on a lake or like a waterfall. You know, they're very calming and soothing pieces. So I will regularly work with clients directly and create like a custom size piece that works for you, that fits in your space. You can, show me, pictures of your room and be like, something that would fit in here would be great. And I can just, I can do that for you. Yeah. So where are you based? Where do you guys live? Oh, awesome. I lived in Austin for 3 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, loved it. Yeah. Totally loved it. It was so sad. I live in Seattle now, but loved
That's
Austin.
nice.
My husband's in tech, and so that's where so he was in Austin at a startup, and then that startup tanked, so we ended up going to Seattle. But yeah, it's beautiful there. But I regularly basically just paint on unstretched canvas, and then once the painting is complete, I roll it up and ship it in a tube. And it's the safest, most cost-effective way for me to ship a painting to you. And then you basically take it to any reputable framer, and they will stretch it and frame it for you.
Well, what about if you want to do a wall, though, like this, like a mural?
Like a mural?
Like digital.
I don't. Because for example, like this, she wanted me to come and do this in person too, and I was like, you don't understand. One of these paintings, like this painting that I did, which is that flower right there, like that one. So this is a combination of a bunch of original paintings that I did and worked with my printer to do it. This took me almost 8 weeks to paint. So I'm like, shoot, I was like, you want to put me? No, this is actually digital. So this is printed on a it's like a vinyl. What it was printed on. I don't really do that though. Typically, this was just a special project for the Four Seasons. So, but I do large, I can do large prints of work as well if you want. But I would recommend either a really large print of something you love, which I can do, or I can do an original. But I don't typically do wall murals yet, although probably in the next year or so it's something I'll be getting into. Yeah.
We have an entryway and it's big.
You want the
and
whole
I
thing,
want kind of one side of the wall. The entryway when you walk in with the stairs. So something there. And I mean like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll keep watching and see when you
do you want to give me I can hook you up with my newsletter, and we can if you want to give me your email.
Canvas would work in that area too.
I know, but it depends on what size. Depends on the size.
Canvas would work.
Yeah. How long are you staying here?
This is my last day. I've been here all weekend.
Oh, okay.
And then I come back again. I can't find it. I'll have to leave it. Or do you have one?
I have a pen.
Awesome.
Please.
If you give me your email and that name and email, that I'm in touch with you, and we can kind of touch base and figure it out. But I'm here this weekend, and then I'm back on Mother's Day to do some live painting. I'll be in the stairwell, the open space stair. all over there, and I'll be doing on Zoom, so you can watch me do circles in person. But
Oh wow! Well,
That's
definitely.
a beautiful space for you looking.
yeah, well, it was such an honor. Like when they told me where they wanted it and everything, I was like, oh, that's so perfect.
Yeah.
Just to understand my work from a scale perspective. So
Here,
thank you.
I'll let you keep that. That's
Oh,
a
you're
work
so
pen.
sweet. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
I work for Isabel on the side. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Well, nice to meet
Nice
you.
meeting you.
Yeah.
I'll keep
When
watching.
how long are you guys here for?
Then he came in Thursday.
Nice. That's a nice way to spend a week.
Relaxing.
Yeah,
fun
totally.
Stuff, so.
Oh, that's great.
It was nice to meet you. And you
Yeah.
have beautiful work.
Oh, thank you so much.
Gorgeous, so.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Pleasure to meet you
All
too.
right,
Take
thank you.
care.
Okay, Rachel, we're back. I'm not very artistic. Yeah, I thought they were just dots. When we look back from over there,
right.
are you doing that?
No, they're actually like hand painted circles.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by like the process.
He's more artistic. And I'm like, see, I'm like,
We're
what do they do?
flowers.
I had to take a photo. I took a photo of you with it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, like it's one of those things where up close you don't quite get the same. That's why a lot of people purchase my work as a statement piece.
Right.
Because it's like we have this one wall.
Yeah.
Perfect for your work. So,
Oh no, I want to do the mural. Can I take a picture of this with you there? And
Absolutely. Yeah.
Seriously, I thought it was so beautiful, like dots and stuff. And I get it. I was like, oh my god, you're so right. But yeah, he's more the artistic person.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
You
No, but
draw-
I get it. I get that you wouldn't get it right away. It totally makes sense to me. That's totally, and I don't take offense to that.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
Not
it's
at all.
pointillism, you said?
Yeah, it's like a modern approach to pointillism. I do feel like it evolved into that. Like it's kind of one of those. The Mercyscape, I was more when it started for me, when my style started. It was more about I was obsessed with understanding how light moved.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was really focused on. Like I literally would sit at a lake and watch like for hours. And I was trying to figure, because at different times of day, that you'd get like shades and highlights, and then the way the wind would make it, like wisp to the side, like all that was fascinating to me. And I would be looking at the different kinds of colors at different kinds of times of day, because the color of the lakes are different in the morning versus the noon time versus sunset. And then I got obsessed with like different seasons, and then was totally like doing all that. But it wasn't until like I had my kids, which happened a couple years later, and I was so tired that basically I started painting in the studio. We had a nanny, and I was in the studio, and I would just paint circle after circle. And it was just soothing and calming and relaxing. And that's when the Breakthrough series started.
Yeah.
That was when I fell in love with the process.
Yeah.
And that then shifted my whole way of thinking, because then when you fall in love with the process, things like scale are no longer daunting.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, who cares? I love this. I don't care if it takes me 3 weeks or 10 months. Like, to me, it's like, this is super fun. So that's when it like really clicked for me, and that's when the work really evolved. So,
I get it now. I was like, oh, they're not so beautiful,
Oh,
Because I
thank
look
you.
back, and it's like,
Yeah.
the flowers.
Thank you.
I took
That's
it
so
with
sweet
the
of you.
flowers, like, digging that. So.
Oh, that's
I'll send it to you
awesome.
an email. Or
Oh,
once I
fantastic.
get-
Please do. Yeah, my
Are
website
you
has
on
my email.
Instagram or?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
So it's my
follow.
name. It's Rachelle
Okay.
Kearns.
Okay.
So, but that if you go to my website, that's the
It'll
best.
say it on
Yeah,
there? Okay.
and the best way to get any kind of information is to subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Because
perfect.
that
I'm
will
gonna
give
follow
you
you.
like all the updates as to what I'm doing. So I only open like my print shop a couple times a year and things like that. Like you have to,
In Seattle,
time
right?
hours,
In
right?
Seattle?
And I'm in Seattle.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We were just there a couple months ago for a manager's meeting.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, no, this
Yeah, well, if you're ever in the area and you want to stop by the studio, like my studio,
Yeah.
totally welcome to. I do studio visits all the time, so that would be great. We have a 3-car garage that I've just transformed into my studio.
Oh,
perfect. Yeah.
It's efficient.
Yeah.
No, the mural, I think they're like whenever you're do that. So I think the mural is really fabulous. So
That would be so
nice.
fun.
We have a house in Lakeway, and
Oh,
It's
fun.
just-
Okay, yeah.
it's going to be exciting. So
Oh,
I'll follow you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.